Bored. 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 So many trophies. My word. Wait, what? I thought Tiny Kong was... Yeah. Let me check. Oh, come on, where is it? Where could it be? There it is. 64 games all look the same.
Here we go.
I knew it! Why then? Why would they do that?
Tiny Kong in Donkey Kong 64 was the cute little sister of Dixie Kong. Her design definitely resembles that of a little girl. But after Donkey Kong 64, we never really saw much of her.
Until 7 years later, when she would appear in Diddy Kong Racing DS.
Only now she's turned into That's gross, DK. She's a minor. So let's just say puberty's doing its job and doing it well.
So why the change, Nintendo? None of the other Kongs grew up. And she's supposed to be the little sister of Dixie, but now stands taller and is more developed than most of the Kongs.
Now, she has a short top, relaxing sweatpants, painted nails, hoop earrings, makeup, but she did get to keep her neat hat. So Tiny Kong definitely now resembles a teenager instead of a kid. But does that mean Dixie and Diddy Kong are both fully grown? Over this time period, they haven't changed at all? So they're already fully grown? They still look like kids.
This is all very confusing. And no, time travel was not involved. I'm able to make some pretty big stretches, but not that big.
No, instead, let's just take a quick look at how growth spurts work. A growth spurt is exactly what it sounds like. As you grow up, sometimes you'll grow up rapidly. In your preteen and early teenage years is when this will most occur. Boys can grow up to 4 inches per year and girls about 3.5 inches per year. But Tiny Kong is an ape, not a human.
Well, she's a very human-like anthropomorphized ape. So, let's just assume the numbers are similar.
With these stats, we could see that between these two games, 7 years, she could have only grown about 2 feet. Of course, that's assuming that our real-world time is the same amount of time taking place in these games, which is rarely ever the case, but whatever. But why would Dixie not grow up along with her little sister? Tiny Kong is obviously growing up into becoming another Candy Kong, so why not Dixie too? Well, it is possible that these two are not actually sisters. They could both be different species. So this is what Dixie Kong species looks like full grown, and this is Tiny and Candy. I mean, we all know that Diddy Kong is supposedly Donkey Kong's nephew, but that is impossible because they are completely different species. Donkey Kong is an ape. Notice the lack of tail, and Diddy Kong is a monkey. Notice the tail. So perhaps Diddy is the adoptive nephew, and this whole family is a lot less related than we've been led to believe. Another possibility is that along with her power to shrink, she can also make herself grow faster too. If you notice in the Donkey Kong 64 intro, Tiny Kong is already taller than Diddy Kong, meaning also taller than Dixie Kong, since Diddy and Dixie are the same height. So perhaps with her supposed ability to grow as well, she might be able to advance her age quicker along with that. After all, when you start dealing with superpowers, and especially superpowered apes, anything really becomes possible.
But enough about the in-game canonical reasoning. After all, none of the characters even mention that she had a growth spurt. It's as if she's always been that way. So why did Nintendo make the change?
Likely, it's marketing and memorableness. Tiny and Dixie look somewhat similar, and compared to all the other Kongs, the most human-looking one is heavily sexualized, Candy Kong. As for other female Kongs, Wrinkly Kong is a granny, and later dead, and Dixie Kong is too monkey-looking, tomboyish. Not a huge amount of appeal. Little girl Tiny Kong is cute enough, but she lacks what Nintendo deemed as necessary to widen the appeal of Donkey Kong games. And that is a cute, hip, and feisty character, and dare I say, a little sexy. Candy Kong is a bit over the top. And when I say a bit, I mean a lot. This makes me very uncomfortable. But Tiny Kong hits the target demographic right on the money. But whatever the reason, I'm sure we can trust that Nintendo knows what they're doing. This was just a fun little look at a character design transformation. And I'm sure furries really like it too. And speaking of furries, this video right here talks about psychological development and how people become furries. So you should check that out. So until next time, stay awesome and keep using your heads.